So if you're troubleshooting your turn indicator switch, there's a handy guide here, and there's a few pages to it which will help you test the pins and tell you whether or not your switch is functioning. As you can see, I highlighted all the orange issues, and that means either they're not shorted and they're open, or vice versa. Since all the orange are supposed to be shorting, I'm betting the circuit's open, indicating that they need to be fixed. Now the handy thing about this switch is you don't need to replace it. We'll open her up here in a minute and I'll show you how to clean her up. Now once you have all 4 of those screws loose, with a little bit of wiggling, you can pull this out of there. Oh, make sure you don't drop the screws. Now in there you have your contact plates. You'll want to make sure you clean them up. I use rubbing alcohol and then put a little bit of grease on all the contact points so that it's frictionless. Over on this side you have your contact plates, and as you can see, there's your indicator bulb. Mine was missing, so I put a new indicator bulb on there, and it's the same bulb size as the rest of your dash lights. So once you get this apart, what I did is I took a rubbing alcohol and a piece of paper towel and I cleaned up all those contacts there. I squeezed a paper towel between the contact plates and rubbed it around. I also used a little bit of sandpaper because there was a lot of buildup, which was the reason it was failing. Once you get all the contacts good and clean, first you sand it down with a little bit of sandpaper to remove the worst, and then rubbing alcohol to remove the grit. I put a little bit of dielectric grease on the contacts just to help keep them from getting more buildup on them in the future. Once that's done, there will be a little notch on here. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. See that little notch? That little notch will line up with that little notch right there. So that way you'll know which way is up and you won't put it together wrong. Once you get it put back together, run through the diagnostics here and make sure all the pins are either open or closed depending on the lever position. And in case you're wondering, all the pins are labeled in there. There you can see you have A, B, C, D, and just so you know, H is the middle pin. So there you have it. Put her back on and make sure she works. So after servicing the turn indicator switch and having a indicator light now, I still had issues with the rear tail lights. Now, on the advice of Jeremy Johnson, I investigated the ground, and after cleaning up the ground, I got my tail blinkers to work, my front blinkers to work, and everything to function properly. Now, a word of advice, these rear tail light buckets are an absolute joke. You see those 2 bolts there? Those are your grounds. There's a piece of steel between them that helps bridge the grounds, and then a wire coming off of there, which I presume grounds the frame. Now, of course, they were filled with crud, corrosion, and everything else. Took quite a while to clean them up, but once I did, my taillights started functioning correctly. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing more videos here as I continue to put the hardtop on and do other minor upgrades to my Humvee. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.